guys, PirateKingVictor here again with another battle against ScytherzEdge, I think his name was. He PM'd me yesterday and I'm like, sure, why the hell not? And yeah, so I lead with Mammoth Swine. It's pretty sweet. His name is Chili Dog. I can't think of anything else because I have 3 Mammoth Swines and they all have really dumb names. So he goes for Flamethrower first off. I went for Stealth Rocks. I probably should have went for Endeavor. It honestly doesn't make a difference. And I put up my rocks, which is all I wanted to do. Just to get some damage. And I go for Ice Shard, just to do something, break his sash before I die. And he goes for Energy Ball. And I'm like, alright. Awesome. I'm dead. So I switch in Scissor. And I go for Bullet Punch, and I take out the Azelf because it's a choice band of Bullet Punch to his Azelf. Sorry. And he brings up Metagross, and Bullet Punch isn't going to do crap against Metagross, so I'm like, alright. So I bring in Rotom, just to Will-O-Wisp him. It's the only reason I really brought in Rotom. And I keep Rotom in for one too many turns in this match, and that's a problem. And he tricks me, and I'm like, alright. And he Iron Defense first turn too. I was like, what? And I was really confused, and yeah, so he tricked me in Iron Ball, and I'm like, alright, sweet, great, fantastic. Oh. And after the burn, the Earthquake isn't going to do crap to Rotom. And that's pretty sweet. And I Leaf Storm him just because I've never used Leaf Storm with Rotom. So I'm like, alright, let's try this. And hurt my burn. And I switch out just because. And I bring in Tyranitar. Excuse me. And he goes for something. He goes for another Iron Defense, as the Sandstorm was very strong and shit. And now he's really hard, and that's cool. It's really awkward. And since he's burned, I'm not scared of anything he can do to me. Whatever he's going to try to do. And I Fire Punch him just to see how much damage I can do to him. And it does terrible damage. And I was pretty sad about that. And he Meteor Mashes, and I'm like, well, this isn't going to do that much. After Life Orb, it does a little bit less than half. A little bit more than half. And he gets an attack rate from that. I'm like, alright, cool. I don't know what to say about this right here. I was just kind of baffled when I saw his Metagross. I'm like, I was hoping it was a Jellygrowth just because it would be normal and I would know what was going on. But it's like defensive and weird, and I was really confused. I switch in Latias. I figured he'd go for an Earthquake just because it would probably do more, honestly, for some reason. I don't know. I don't pay attention. I can't even think right now. And he's hurt by burn, and it's lagging, and it's gonna speed up really fast for me. And I hit him with Surf. Whoa, cool. And I Surf all over his face. And Cowabunga hang 10. And he goes down because he just ain't ready for surfing. And yeah, he was too heavy to surf. And he switches in Suicune, and I'm like, crap, because I'm choice specs into Surf. So I'm like, alright, let's bring in Rotom. And I do. And it's pretty cool. And I was really just like, what the hell am I going to do to take this out? And I knew what I could do, but I'm like, it's going to take a second. Because it's not going to be a quick, like, beat. So he goes for Surf. He surfs all over me. He hangs 10 all over my face. And I go for Thunderbolt just to see how much I would do. And after a Calm Mind, even though it is stab and shit, it's super effective, it does a good amount. Didn't think it was going to do that much, even though it is stabbed and everything. It doesn't. It did a pretty good amount. I just stayed in because I'm like, I'm not going to get safe switching anything. So I wasn't going to take that chance. And he gets buffed by the sand. And that's pretty cool. And now I switch in Latius because I know I'm faster, and I just go for the T-Bolt, and I'm like, oh, Choice Specs T-Bolt with a Suicune that has a Calm Mind, and he's about half HP. Hopefully this takes it out. Well, hopefully isn't good enough because I'm stupid. And he Ice Beams me. And even after the Calm Mind, because Latius' special defense is boss as hell, he doesn't take me out, and I'm like, sweet. I live with 70, almost 69, but I'm not gonna make that joke, even though I already did. And he lives, and I'm like, alright, screw you. So I throw the ball again. Excuse me. Oh man, I take out a Suicune. Awesome. And he switches in Dragonite, and I'm like, Choice Specs Thunderbolt after Stealth Rock damage. This should totally take out a Dragonite. I really should. I thought he had Extreme Speed. I was really expecting an Extreme Speed Dragonite, but it wasn't. I guess I don't know, because it didn't take out a Dragonite, and they have pretty good defenses and HP. So he sets him sub, and I was kind of baffled by that too. And the Sandstorm brings him down a good amount after the sub, so next Sandstorm's gonna take him out. And I break his sub with a Thunderbolt, and his sub has faded. That's an understatement. And he outrages, and I'm like, whoa, that's crazy. And takes out my Latius. And I was pretty sad about that. And Sandstorm roughs him up, or buffs him up, or I say roughs, and takes out Dragonite, and we're both down. And he brings in Magmortar, and I assume he was thinking I would switch into like Sizzler, but he doesn't see my ape. So I was like, alright, I'll stay in, because if he Scarfed, I didn't know that he would be fast. I didn't know that he would have Psychic. I was really confused by that. And I just go for the Close Combat, because I know it'll take it out. And after the Life Orb damage from the Close Combat, which I didn't want to happen, after the Close Combat, the Life Orb damage, and the Sandstorm takes out my Infernape, and we both go down again. So twice we've both gone out like that. And I switch in, he switches in Snorlax, and I'm like, oh, alright. And I probably shouldn't have switched in Tyranitar. I wasn't really thinking, and I went for the Stone Edge just to see how much I could do, and it misses, and I'm like, alright. And the Sandstorm is raging. The raging Snorlax. And the Snorlax name is Sleep, but I don't even understand that. And I go for the Dragon Dance, just so I can get more damage on it, hopefully not missing a second Stone Edge. And he curses, and I'm like, well, I'm not going to be able to take it out in one hit. And I was really hoping for the crit, just so I can end this battle, because I know Scizor could go in there and avenge kill with a superpower. So honestly, didn't make a difference to me. I was hoping for the crit. So I go for the Stone Edge here, and I hit, which is awesome. And I stab Dragon Dance Stone Edge. It's gonna do pretty good damage, especially when it's a crit. And I crit the Snorlax and take it out. And good game, ScytherzEdge. We'll have to rematch sometime. Yeah, go check this dude out. He is 0 subscribers and he has 2 videos, so go check him out. Alright guys, break on a sub. Peace!